welcome to All Things Home Care with Dana Arnone. I'm your host, Dana Arnone, a registered nurse with over 30 years of healthcare experience. In today's show, we discuss the nutritional needs of homebound seniors. To get a first-hand look, we go out and about to Wyandanch Senior Nutrition Center for a conversation with the center's manager, Alicia Portwine. Then we take a tour of the Wyandanch Senior Nutrition Center to see the additional services they offer. And in my Ask Dana segment, I answer your questions about the nutritional needs in the older adults. Finally, we give you a sneak peek into our recent All Things Home Care fundraiser and networking event. So let's get started by taking a nice trip to Wyandanch. Hi, welcome to All Things Home Care. I'm Dana Arnone, and today I am with Alicia, and we're out and about in this beautiful sunny day. So Alicia, why don't you tell me, where am I right now?
You're at the Wyandanch Senior Nutrition Center located in Wyandanch, New York. We are a Town of Babylon Senior Center. We're one of 5 senior centers within the Town of Babylon, and we're just here trying to service our seniors.
When you say it's a nutritional senior center, what does that mean?
That means that we are a congregate site, meaning that we expect our seniors that are in the community to come into the centers to enjoy various activities and to sit down and have a meal with their peers. Then we have an activity. So it's just a place where seniors can come, they're safe, they can have socialization, interaction with their peers.
Is it similar to a social daycare?
We are considered a social program. Mm-hmm. We don't have the medical, we don't provide the medical care. So seniors should be able to come in on their own or on our transportation that we do provide. They should be able to, make their own decisions, have a meal. If they need certain other kind of medical care, then we ask the families to transition them into more of a medical daycare program.
When they talk about a congregate meal setting, what does that mean?
A lot of our seniors are at home alone. They may live with family members that work or their grandchildren go to school, so they would be sitting at home by themselves. We find that if I'm sitting and eating with someone, I'm going to eat more. Mm-hmm. So all of our meals are nutritious. We are, the Suffolk County Office of the Agent has a nutritionist who monitors our food. And then you can sit down and enjoy this meal with your peers, and you can talk and laugh, and before you know it, you've eaten a whole plate of food. Where if you're sitting at home, you're going to grab something and you're not going to really have all the nutritional value you need. Okay. You can bring your own food.
The little bag?
They can bring it in a little bag. They can bring it in a Tupperware. We do have microwaves available because some people do have gluten allergies or shellfish allergies. So we do respect the fact that you may not want to eat what we're serving. But the idea is for you to sit down, enjoy a meal, and make sure you're getting the full meal out of it.
How has COVID changed the way you guys operate here, and how is it moving more into the community and more into the patients' homes?
The Wyandanch Senior Center and the North Amityville Senior Center, we did provide breakfast to these centers. We found that there was more of a need for our seniors to have breakfast and lunch. So that was pre-COVID. So now that we're still in COVID, we still have our COVID restrictions, we have been providing cold lunches to seniors that are in the Town of Babylon. So yes, like you said, we are doing 1,400 meals a week. We're finding that seniors have come out of nursing homes. They have family members that may have gotten sick, who may not be able to grocery shop for them, seniors that are afraid to go out and grocery shop. So by us preparing and delivering these meals, we're allowing them more of a sense of safety so that they don't have to go and interact in the community as much. We hope that these meals we're not sure what's going to happen with the meals after our emergency, after the pandemic is declared over.
Is there an online register?
Nope, they just have to call. They can either call Babylon Town Hall, they can call our Department of Human Services that's located in Amityville, or they can just call one of the local senior centers.
And is there a qualifier for somebody, financial qualifier?
No financial qualifier. You just have to be 60 and over. And I ask for a suggested donation of $2 from the seniors, and that's just to keep the program going, for any improvements. But you really get when pre-COVID, with our hot meals, you get a full meal, like vegetables and meat and dessert and milk, and so it's...
And it's probably the only meal that they will have for the day.
It might be the only meal that some seniors actually get, especially if they're by themselves. If they're widowed or widower and they're living alone, who wants to cook? Right now we are operating Monday through Friday We are open from 10 to 2. Some seniors that drive themselves, they can stay later, and they usually enjoy pool or playing cards or dominoes, and they stay later.
What is your capture area now for like transportation? Because I'm sure there's people that would love to come, but they don't have family to get them here, and they might want to know about the transportation part of what you can do.
We are a Town of Babylon facility, so we do provide transportation for Town of Babylon. At this point, as of today, we are only at 25% capacity just because of the COVID restrictions that we are under.
You're full at 25%?
Yes, I think we're doing very well. We do prepare lunches. So part of my building, I'm not able to open it up because we're doing the cold lunches. But once we finish with the cold lunches, I'll be able to open up more. But the other centers, I do believe they're at their 25%. They are definitely focusing on seniors that have no transportation, they have no family, and that have pretty much been homebound since March last year. They really look forward to the drivers. Most of them had the same driver pretty much every day, so they knew the driver's name, and they really look forward to that visitor every day. If they had a different driver, or if there wasn't, they were like, "Where's my driver?"
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. So we try to keep consistency with them, and we try to make sure that they're happy. But our staff at the senior centers, we made a point to call our seniors. We had a roster of our seniors. We called them. We checked on them if they needed food, if they needed services. We did the best we can to meet their needs.
So aside from the meals, which is obviously very important, what other things can people expect if they were to come to the program?
We don't have any card playing unless they live in the same homes. We don't have any, changing of things like dominoes and cards and pool and things that they're used to doing. We have limited those kind of activities. For an example, for today we had two ladies that were playing cards. She's her caregiver for the day, so they're together all the time.
Can a caregiver or a home health aide come with them to the center?
Yes, if they need certain assistance, we do encourage the family to seek out aides, home health aides. If the home health aides are 60 and over, they're entitled to the same benefits.
So I would like to take a tour.
Okay.
I'd like to see exactly what it's all about because this place is huge, and it seems like it goes on. And I love the color yellow, so that's very bright. Yes. So why don't we get up and take a tour?
Okay.
Before we go on that tour of the Wyandotte Senior Nutrition Center, we have to take a quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to All Things Home Care with Dana Arnone. In today's show, we're discussing the nutritional needs of the homebound seniors. Before the break, we spoke to the center's manager, Alicia Portwine. Now she's going to take us on a tour of her impressive building.
This is our social room. So this is the place where they initially come in the morning. We serve breakfast and lunch here. We do presentations, educational presentations, whether it's on medications, nutrition, whatever we can do to educate and keep our seniors kind of in the loop with what's going on. We have a big TV. We can do exercise on the TV. Go ahead, Marilyn. Once a month, we have our parties.
Oh, okay.
And we dance and we enjoy each other. We celebrate our birthdays. We celebrate births and graduations, and so we try to make it like a family.
That's nice. I like that. And this is the door. I saw them going out that door.
Yes, this is our back entrance. So with COVID, we do only use the front entrance to come in because we do our temperature checks and our COVID screenings in the mornings when they come in. In the afternoons, we do go out the back door just because it's easier with the buses. This is the other part that we kind of cordon off just because we have lunches usually, packing lunches and things like that. We do have a full commercial kitchen where we do our cold lunch prep right now, but we'll be doing a hot lunch prep hopefully soon.
I call us the Town of Babylon catering hall because we do it, and we do everything from scratch. Tomorrow we're having cold roast beef sandwiches, and in order for us to have that, we must prepare for it today and cool it down. We have a total of 8 or 9 that we cook today, and that should feed at least 300 people, we hope. We do turkey, we do ham, we do cold meatloaf, we do quiche, we do everything has to be cold and sent to them. If we're gonna make something hot like soup when it was cold or with cooler weather, what we would do was make the soup. I would make the soup and freeze it and send it to them. Nothing is never hot.
I love it. I miss our seniors. I'm so glad that they came back. Unfortunately, we lost them, but I'm grateful for the ones that we do have, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing to see them come back.
So this is our bingo room. We call it our bingo room, our game room. We have our electric bingo board and our call number. And
Listen, bingo is huge.
Bingo,
Don't mess with
don't
bingo.
mess with bingo.
Don't mess with bingo.
we have pool tables for those seniors that may want to play pool. So also in here, we also will have French classes.
I'm a member of the French class, which is taught by Solange Duvivier, and I'm studying French because I read an article that said, in order to stave off the onset of Alzheimer's and dementia, that it's best to learn something that you never knew before. So I studied Spanish all the time I was in school. So here we have a French class. The center was closed during the pandemic. I would communicate with our teacher by telephone, and she was trying to keep me from getting so rusty. So she suggested that I study my vocabulary and my verbs. So that's how I kept up with it. The camaraderie is wonderful here, and our teacher makes it so much fun. People hear us laughing in here all the time, but she's giving us oral tests. She tests us all the time. This is very serious.
This is our arts and crafts room, which we haven't been back in yet, as of yet, because of COVID, but we have a retired art teacher. She provides us some guidance with making arts and crafts, pictures and painting and drawing and stuff like that.
Listen, all this stuff helps to keep their minds going.
Yes.
If you don't keep your mind going, the body follows.
Yes. Twice a year, the Suffolk County Office of the Aging, they provide us with shelf-stable meals. So in here, you'll have a vegetable, some raisins, a juice, so that, say the lights went out or something, they can keep this on the shelf in their cabinet until May 2022, and they'll at least have a little bit of food they can eat. Right now, we've packed up 5 meals in these bags, which were provided by Suffolk County Office of the Aging, and we'll deliver them out to the seniors. I have a lending closet. We have a lot of walkers, wheelchairs, diapers, chucks, things like that that families may not be able to always afford or may not have the insurance that will provide them with a walker or a potty chair when a senior or a family member might get injured or something like that. We receive most of our donations, unfortunately, once a senior passes and the family has equipment that's still in good working order and they want to donate it someplace. So we accept and we just lend it back out. We ask that if once you don't need it anymore, you can return it and then we'll lend it out again. But, you know, it's here, it's free. We try to reach any need for members of the town of Babylon that we can.
The resources that are offered in a place like this helps to keep the seniors at home.
Yes.
And without things like this, they may not be able to stay at home. So All Things Home Care, you know, we're all about keeping people home safely. And we love the fact that they can access the help if they need to. They can call 311.
Yes.
And they can find out anything that they need to know about what's offered in the town of Babylon or wherever.
Yes, you can call Town Hall, you can call our Department of Human Services. They know where we are at. If we can't provide the assistance, we definitely will provide the direction that you need to receive whatever you need. But we just want to make sure our seniors are at home, that they're safe, that they have the socialization, they're not alone, they're not lonely. And so that's what I think our main focus is for our seniors in the town of Babylon.
I absolutely love this tour, and we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to All Things Home Care with Dana Arnone. It's time for Ask Dana, so let's get right to your questions. What if a senior I know is having trouble affording nutritious meals? That is a big concern, and in our home care practice, we hear this all the time. Federal, state, and local nutrition programs serve older people living on limited income. Meals on Wheels type programs, meal programs through senior centers, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, formerly known as the Food Stamp Program, and the Emergency Food Assistance Program are a few of these. Contact your local senior assistance agency to learn about these resources. There are also ways to eat well for less money. For example, frozen, canned vegetables and fruits are for the most part just as nutritious as fresh. Just don't select frozen veggies with buttery sauce, canned veggies with a lot of salt, or fruits packaged in syrup. Our next question, what if it's difficult for a senior to go to the store or prepare meals? Health conditions such as arthritis, visual impairment, and a stroke may make everything a little harder, and nutrition often suffers when a senior can no longer drive. Meals on Wheels and other dining options can help. If a family lives nearby, maybe consider making a weekly worth of nutritious meals for them and drop them off. Families might consider home care for their loved ones, and an in-home caregiver may prepare the meals and take the client on a pleasant outing to the grocery store. Or it might be time to move to an assisted living or other supportive living community where the seniors can enjoy healthy meals and companionship. Dining with others piques the appetite and reduces depression, which is another cause of an appetite loss. Next question, what if a senior has trouble eating or swallowing food? This actually is very common with a lot of different diagnoses. We see them all the time in home care. So if a person with arthritis, Parkinson's disease, or the effects of a stroke or other health conditions is having trouble eating, an occupational therapist can help them learn adaptive eating methods and use the adaptive utensils. Seniors that have chewing or swallowing problems due to missing teeth, gum disease, or poorly fitted dentures should receive regular dental care. Speech therapists help patients who have trouble swallowing. The person's healthcare provider or rehabilitation specialist can recommend methods of preparing foods that make it easier for them to eat. And if necessary, they might make a recommendation for nutritional replacement drinks. Next question, what if my loved one has Alzheimer's disease and has trouble eating? That's actually a very common problem with Alzheimer's patients. People with dementia may experience decreased appetite that quickly leads to malnutrition or dehydration. Or in the early stages of the disease, a person may overeat, forgetting that they have previously eaten with a diminished ability to tell when they are full. Experts recommend creating a calm mealtime environment, maintaining a routine, and offering finger foods and snacks throughout the day. An occupational therapist can recommend the use of adaptive eating tools. Talk to the person's healthcare provider about strategies and food choices. Next question, where can we find reliable information about nutrition? Here's some good sources of some information. The sponsor of National Nutrition Month, the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, offer a wealth of nutritional information for consumers, including a resource for seniors. Visit the health.gov website to read the article Dietary Guidelines from 2015 to 2020. The National Institute on Aging offers a resource sheet on eating well as you get older, which includes links to nutrition support programs. They also offer a tip sheet on nutrition and dementia for caregivers. Well, that's all the time we have this week for Ask Dana. Please email me your questions at info@allthingshomecare.org. Hi, welcome back to All Things Home Care with Dana Arnone. Recently, All Things Home Care had its first networking event. Political, community, and corporate leaders, plus healthcare experts, came together in support of helping home health caregivers.
I don't know if anybody in the room here has anybody that is homebound or has anybody that is in need of services, but if you are, you know that right now this is a very trying time. And we are really trying to formulate a coalition of people to come together and really try to figure out how we can fix the problems that are going on in home care right now.
We're here today at the Harbor Club in Huntington to honor home care heroes who do important and critically essential work to keep elderly, infirm, and disabled people at home safe.
All Things Home Care intends to work on initiatives which tie directly to workforce development, expanded opportunities for education and advancement for every caregiver. We are also excited to announce a developing and very exciting partnership with SUNY Farmingdale and their nursing home, which will help expand opportunities for young people and those to join the home care workforce.
We are a young organization, but we are mighty. We have been advocating for rides for individuals who need transportation to get to work in order to help our people, our homebound individuals, stay safe at home. We have been making connections with Farmingdale University in order to expand our education initiatives. We have been in receipt of grants, which has been an amazing opportunity to further our cause.
We would like to call up our friends from Investors Bank who have been with us from the beginning. They have a gift for us.
One of the things that Investors Bank really loves to get back to the communities. You know, we want people to know we're in a community helping. When you look at people that have to take care of someone that's ill or getting older or has a handicap or a disability, your heart gets torn because, you know, they can't do it by themselves. As we get older, it gets tougher. And home health care, social workers, you know, the day-to-day frontline workers really play a major part in everyone's life. They make your life easier, my life easier, and everyone else. And, you know, you can't say enough thank you to that. You can't, there's not enough to say how grateful people are for people that do that. And, as you know, they don't get paid a whole lot of money. So they don't do it because they're going to get rich. So they do it because they have a different calling in life. They do it because they want to be part of it and things. So those people to me are the real heroes.
Home healthcare workers are very, very personal to me. We just lost my grandfather last year, and for the last 19 years he was living in our house, and we had home nurses, we had home healthcare aides, we had physical therapists, we had occupational therapists, all in the house giving him services. And he lived to 91 years old, and he would not have done that had it not been for home healthcare workers.
Well, I have a lot of healthcare heroes in my district, and heroes is just a word that we use for people who dedicate their lives to service for someone else. And so it's important, especially right after this pandemic, that we ensure that we let them know that they're supported, that we love them and we protect them, but also that we honor and respect everything that they've done, all the sacrifices, because it's not just a pandemic, it's cancer, it's maternal mortality, it's a whole bunch of other things that they do, lung cancers, you know, fighting viruses, even just a common cold. They put their bodies and their families on the risk every day for us, and this is the least we can do.
Farmingdale Physical Therapy West has over 40% of our patients of our Medicare age, which is 65 plus. And a lot of our customers and a lot of our clients are either in a place where they're starting to move slower or they're in the need for someone to come in and help them out at home. And that's one of the big things that really attracted us to working with All Things Home Care, was that their mission is to help with the provision of home care services, specifically helping people get to the homes. We've seen that as such a challenge in our own business, but also on a personal level for myself too, helping to take care of my mom, who has a aide that comes in so that she can maintain her independence and still stay at home. Our seniors, we are there to take care of them, and these aides, if they do not come in, if they're not there, it's the difference between someone sitting in a soiled diaper all day, someone not eating, someone not being able to move out of their bed and develop sores. So these are all critical.
Not to be political, but our government should support these workers a lot more with better wages. They should give them better benefits and, you know, take care of them because they haven't.
Well, that's the end of our show today. You can find the numbers and links to today's guests on our website, allthingshomecare.org. And please remember to always be grateful to those caregivers coming to your home. Please follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We'll see you next time.
All Things Home Care elevates and supports home health caregivers by providing transportation and promoting education to better care for homebound seniors and the disabled. To find out more or to make a donation, visit us at allthingshomecare.org.